What's good, boys? All right, so to clarify things, I'm now gonna be live every day. I don't care. I'll be live every day. I've been watching ICT's live streams. I've been in his live streams, but in my opinion, when I'm watching his live streams, I just think that like although it's good to be in there, get that watching it, I just don't take it as serious. Like I have someone in there like kind of looking and pointing at levels, which I think if I go in there and if I go back over in that live stream and then I go and see that after the fact, I think that's more beneficial for me. So therefore, right now, I'm just gonna be live streaming every day. Today's morning session was absolutely terrible, absolutely awful. ICT said he was gonna go live this PM session, so I understand. It's kind of in the middle of lunch hour, so I kind of want to go brief over of what's going of what happened, and I also kind of want to press the button today if something is there. Like I'm more open to taking a live trade today, and yeah, one second. Let me get some music on for myself. We get locked in, and yeah, so pretty much I'm just gonna be more focusing on streaming every day again, because it just honestly it makes me I just don't like it. I just don't like it because I get kind of comfortable, and that's what I don't want to do. If I get comfortable, I'm more likely go into spin off. All right. Okay. So I have the 15-second chart open. If we look at the 1 minute chart, so why were we chopping so hard today, or chopping or distorting timing? I guess it's because we have new day opening gap, new day opening gap, new day opening gap. We have a first presentation right here. That's this white box right here. First presentation of Friday, and then this box is first presentation of Thursday. So I have these three first presentations. Look at how well this is getting respected here, here. This that first presentation, new day opening gap, new day opening gap, first presentation, first presentation. And then this is today's first presentation. And we came up, we took buy side. Where's true day open? True day's open is up here, so we are in a discount. We have opening range gap low right here. And we also have this pool of sell side liquidity here at the low end of that new week opening gap. So look at what we came down to right here. New week opening gap perfectly. We cleaned up sell side, sell side, sell side. And yeah, so I just kind of want to look at this morning. Where do we open? We opened right here, 9:30. What do we do? We drop down to new week opening gap. Notice how there's not really much displacement here. We have first presentation, and then what do? We kind of just distort time around what level. Thursday, I no, that's I need to do a better job at labeling these. But Friday's first presentation, and we're dropping down to the low end of Thursday's first presentation. That's what these white levels are, and this pink, purplish. I need to change this because it kind of looks like a civvy whenever I highlight that. Let's do like yellow. Yeah, let's do yellow. I like that because I annotate breakers as yellow, and then this is today's first presentation. And look, we use that here up to buy side. So buy side's taken. We're now within a 1050 macro. What does 1050 macro do? We come back down first presentation, and we do absolutely nothing. We're not moving. We're going from new day opening gap to new day opening gap to new day opening gap to new day opening gap. Notice how what we do? We take buy side. So 950 macro. What do? We consolidate it. So what are we looking for? 1050 macro. This is just beautiful. I mean, not beautiful in the sense of like I want to trade it, but just beautiful in the sense of these things repeating. And what do we have? This candle, we failed to trade to a volume imbalance. I kind of want to look at that on the daily chart. It's this daily imbalance, daily volume imbalance here that I have annotated. ICT was talking about buy side. He was talking about this high here, so I want to annotate that. So you got buy side liquidity that rests above here. Buy side. Wait. Where is our new day opening gap? Oh, it's a new week. It's a new week opening gap. I was like, because I usually have new day opening gap in yellow. So it's Monday, so we have a new week opening gap. And then we come lower. Where first presentation? Look at new day opening gap getting respected. Look at this nice price run during the 1050 macro. I mean, it's very like that. This is a nice setup here, though. What do you have? You have a 2022 model in the 1050 macro. Beautiful to sell side. And then we trade higher. Lunch macro at 11:30. Then we get an attack on profitable stops right here. So lunch sell side delivered. All right, just by the look at this right now, I don't want to force anything, but I want to read this tape. I want to read this live, and I just kind of want to chill. I just kind of want to chill. I want to bring up another monitor. I'm just gonna put this over on my left. I want to open up. I do want to look at ES here. As you see, we failed to really create that fair value gap right there. So by the looks of this, we have a volume imbalance right here. A nice one. I don't think we'll go lower off of this because it's in a discount. But we could reach up to a further premium array such as a SIBI within this volume imbalance or a new day opening gap right there. It's kind of hard to really be able to forecast a trade right now. Kind of gonna definitely wait for PM session for sure. If we pull up ES, let's see what ES had to refer to. ES, this just looks like we're hanging off of a cliff. We're on like a cliff edge. We got a new week opening gap with all the sell side. So we know that there's likely going to be an interest to trade to that here. We have new day opening gap here. ES, a little bit less. I don't have first presentations marked out, but a little bit less new day opening gaps to refer to. If we look at this 5-minute chart, we have a 5-minute SIBI that resides right here. We haven't traded into it, but we've kind of just been trading here. We have a 1250 macro that could spool us to sell side soon. That's what I kind of favor here. We traded above true day, buy side taken above true day. So in my opinion, there's really no reason for a price to go higher because we've done damage above true day and we've taken liquidity here, and I believe we have an SMT above true day. Yeah, SMT above true day. So in my opinion, I'm looking at this new week opening gap right here and then possibly consequent correction of this wick here on the 15-minute chart. If we look at 15-minute order flow, what are we likely to do? We're likely to trade lower in my opinion. I want to mark this 15-minute SIBI here. I don't know if price will trade into that. We just create a SIBI here. If we had taken buy stops here, I would want to trade this. But since we haven't taken liquidity and we were within a discount, because if we took this high here, we would be entering a short-term premium. So I feel safer taking a short here. But right now we didn't. So we still have buy stops that rest above here. And now we're just referring to all these arrays. We have all these arrays here. So it's not an easy trade at all. Probably won't grant low resistance liquidity runs, in my opinion. So we have CE of the 15-minute wick. lower prices is what I'm looking at. Okay, we just entered that SIBI. I don't think that will offer lower prices. See you that 15 minutes in that new week opening gap, which I like. We also have opening range gap low, not opening range. And then we have that sell side low that resides right there. Definitely a cluttered chart today for sure. If this runs, cool. I also am gonna have chat. What's good? If I may ask, if a fair value was created after it took liquidity, if a fair value gap is created after it took liquidity, I don't know what you mean by liquidity run, but I'm just saying I want to see liquidity taken, and then I want to see that fair value gap. So the fact that we didn't take this high here tells me that this fair value gap's less likely to hold and offer lower prices, because we still have left some buy side here. So I want to be engaging after buy side's taken if I'm looking for shorts. So right here, this is a perfect example. Buy side's taken, then what do we get? A market structure shift, and what is this? This is an imbalance, but I want to include that volume imbalance. Perfect 2022 model, and it has a nice order block. So this is like a perfect fair value gap because it has an order block with it as well. The order block's valid because it's a big candle. It doesn't have a big wick. It has a big body. It takes buy side, and we get displacement with that. And then what is this? This is a wick. We're expecting consequent encroachment of that. Say you see this, then you see that wick. And then once you see that wick off this, consequent encroachment could be an entry. We don't get there, but then we just get displacement to sell side. See how it's not really. I would like to see if I were to be in that, I would like to see an IOFED. And we're not really respecting, or I want to see how this candle closes. Let's put on some jazz. Or I want to put on some background music a little bit. Yeah, you see how we're not reacting to that like I would have liked. Is that good? Is that music? Is that good? Is this real or demo? It's demo. I was actually thinking about I do want to do a funded account sometime soon, but I'm definitely gonna play patient. Are you talking about like an inversion fair value gap? Like if we take by. Like here, if we take buy side here, Yeah, if we take buy side here, doesn't mean that we can't continue to go higher, but means that I'm less likely gonna look to take this as a long in my studies, in my personal opinion. Okay, we're trading that first presentation here. I like this down close candle here. I don't like that. I want to see respect to this and then maybe trade higher. But overall, my interest is still lower, but I kind of want to see these highs get taken, so I don't feel comfortable seeing anything lower here. We're not really respecting that order block, so keep that in mind. We have a SIBI, and then first presentation just got traded into there. Notice how that order block isn't really getting respected. This failed. I just want to study this. Nothing high probability at all. We have short-term sell side. Yeah, of course. Very nice, respective 15-minute order flow on NQ. Yeah, correct. Nothing that I like to enter off of. That SIBI was respected. We traded up to first presentation. Nothing crazy. Nothing crazy. And we just traded to new week opening gap. That's that blue. I admittedly have a lot of all these boxes are new day opening gaps, new week opening gaps. They're all going to be influential. I use an indicator. The indicator I use is the SPY Kryptonite. Those are the settings I use. I only use last 20 new day opening gaps. I found whenever I backtest, last 20 new day opening gaps and last 20 new week opening gaps is the best. Or it's not the best, but it keeps all the relevant ones on the chart. Okay, and notice we still do have this SPY side that rests up here. Oof. Really, really rough uh, price action here. We have a volume imbalance on the 5 second chart. None of this is like there's no body within this. In my opinion, it looks like we want to take up this buy side. ES has a 15. It has a 5 minute fair value gap above market price that we might want to trade into, and then this is a 15 minute SIBI bearish fair value gap on Nasdaq. Nothing obvious at all. I do want to have to mark out that candle. That order block is more important than the fair value gap. Look at how well we traded to that here. So I do like that within that first presentation. I like that displacement too. I actually do want to take a stab at this. 1250 macro. Looking for constant encroachment of that new week opening gap. The fact that we've tapped it means that we're, in my opinion, I'm gonna move that limit order up a little bit. That means that I think that we're likely gonna hit the constant encroachment of that. See that displacement there off that volume imbalance? Treated that as a premium array once we traded below it. I kind of want to move stop, but I'm going to move my stop to the high of this. This should be left as a breakaway. Move the stop of that. High of that volume imbalance. We have this SIBI here. That would have been a partial for sure. If I get stopped out on this, then I'll note that that was where terminus was for this. Admittedly, I want to see deeper displacement here. I don't want to see this. I don't want to see us respect this minor sell side right there. So I think we are gonna run deeper. Notice how we came up just for that volume imbalance, and now we have big displacement. I like that. I like the fact that we reached up for a volume imbalance, and now we're trading lower. So I think that this could be a price run to honestly seek lower than just CE of this level, but that's where my target is. Also have a sell side there. I think that this price run might want to take this and opening range gap low. I want to see the upper portion of this left open. Now I do not want to see price trade higher. Like I will secure a little bit of commission here on this trade. I don't want to see price trade any higher than that volume imbalance, because then this price run would just not be as good, or is not going to happen. CE of that 15 second needs to stay unfilled, in my opinion. I don't want to see this get traded too. We notice how we have this down close candle right there. I said to be 15 second. This needs to get reclaimed, and this needs to stay. This needs to act as a brick wall here. We also have this inversion that we could trade up to. That's kind of my last line of defense here. Let's see if we leave a fair value gap here. We don't. We don't create one there. I don't like that. We have one on the 5 second, so I want to see that immediate rebalance on the 15 second. 5 second fair value gap here. I got stopped. Let's see if this should be here, and then this is the balanced price range. There we go. Gonna put that in my tape reading journal. So with that trade, I can't get mad about that. We just referred to that volume imbalance again. What could I gain out of that? Maybe just patience, but really nothing to complain about at all. Nothing to complain about. I thought it was a decent entry. We got a good entry, and then I just thought that we should have started displacing a little bit more, but that's my problem with these lower time frames. Whenever I seem to trade them, is wanting too much precision. Because, like, yes, bias was there, draw and liquidity was there, perfect. Very nice to see. Very nice to see that, but it was just a little bit, just a stop, you know. And like I can never complain about reducing risk, but I don't think there was anything I did bad. Thanks for the sub. Appreciate that, bro. Appreciate that. I don't think there's anything I can complain about. I wanted to see this SIBI act as a reclaimed SIBI with that volume imbalance right here. I want to see that with this distribution candle right there, or a breaker, or there'll be a mitigation right there. It didn't really. We're kind of just distorting time. Then what did we do? We trade up to this right here. This volume imbalance, perfect, gets traded to again. So we're reclaiming that, and then we're trading lower. So I guess, yes, we can reclaim this volume imbalance. Maybe my stop could have just stayed at this high that whole time and just kind of stayed with that risk. But other than that, good trade. Good trade. On to the next. We'll see if there's maybe another setup. I know I'm on these lower time frames, but let's see if there's something. That's honestly kind of what I was really wanting, was this new week opening gap constant encroachment to get traded into. But yeah, that got delivered. Very nice to see that. And then we also cleared up more sell side, and we're kind of just pulling back within the range. So look at the respect here to this new week opening. This blue one is a new week opening gap, or this green one is a new week opening gap. There's a lot of levels I have on my chart because there's a lot of stuff the algorithm is referring to within this fractal, which is why it's so choppy, or yeah, choppy. And notice how we failed to deliver to sell side. We didn't fail to, but we're deferring a run to sell side here, and we're also deferring a run to opening range gap below. So overall, high resistance liquidity conditions, and this is what you'll get. which is completely okay. And I guess I could have just noted that, but overall the the entry that I had, this first initial entry was a really good entry that we delivered to my sell side. Like that could have just been terminus right there. I don't like a trade from here to this low. Let's see if it delivers though. Too deep of a discount. This is practically low of the day. Yeah, low of regular trading hours. So I don't like taking a short here. That's very zoomed in. Very zoomed in. Honestly, this could be a high frequency long to like some measure at buy side. Like you have these relative equal highs. I think this like want to get cleared up. We didn't create a fair value gap right there. Notice this though. I don't think that we'll take these right now, but there's something I'm looking at. If we're failing to take this low and failing to create an imbalance right there, sell side, sell side, sell side. We have sell side the rest here, sell side the rest here, so Sell side cleared, sell side cleared. Now we're in a discount market. Kind of like I do like along there. I just don't think it's worth it. Why don't you post the journaling for the lectures anymore? That's a good question, bro. That's a good question. I mean, I just haven't. I guess that's true. I should probably get back on that. I just, I guess just haven't been posting new videos like that. But I have still been watching the lectures. I just haven't taken notes on today's lecture. But now I have an iPad, so like I be taking my notes on the iPad and I put them here, and then these take me to links of the video. Very nice. Like I just have to open it in a default browser, and it'll take me right to that spot. It's very nice. What's good, Medea? I would agree. I'm looking for PM session run, but I'm looking for these highs right now. So many algorithmic, like new day opening gaps, new week opening gaps, first presentations that we are within. This is a first presentation. This is a first presentation. This is a first presentation for value gap. I'm still looking at lower prices because we look at this. We have an SMT with ES above true day open. ES is taking this pool buy side, so if smart money's trading, they're going to be looking to offset positions here, possibly at previous day low as well. But it's a Monday. In terms of news, tomorrow we have consumer confidence at 10 a.m. and then Thursday we don't have anything. Powell does speak on Thursday, so we could get innovated here, but also it is a Monday. Mondays, in my opinion, don't tend to be the greatest. So notice how that first presentation is kind of being traded to there. I kind of want to see some displacement lower. Maybe starting at... We don't need to start at 130, but I would want to see some 1 minute displacement at least. I do want to... Hey, appreciate the sub. Appreciate the sub. Why can't I? I know we don't have any. I know we have news, but I kind of just want to look at some Monday no news. Just tend to be consolidating. Today it looks a little bit worse than some of these. PM session. I do think the PM session should clean up, but just because I think so doesn't mean it will happen. Have yet to have any displacement. What's on the table right now? Sell side. In terms of buy side, we've already done work up here. ES has done work up here. So we'd be going from premium prices to discount prices here. So I think this low honestly is still on the table. If I turn on the new week opening gap indicator, we have a new week opening gap right here. Okay. Notice how we're failing to take these highs. Now we're starting to get some displacement. There's a 15-second fair value gap right here, and there's this 15-second inversion gap right there. So what is this now? This now is a balanced price range here. I do like this. I kind of want to take a stab at this. Alright, I'll probably get stopped here already. I was quick. Dang. We didn't respect that balanced price range. See, like that's a loss. That's like a very small minuscule loss. Like I took one trade earlier this stream, very small, but I do want a lower frequency for sure. And that tells me that we're likely going to take these highs. Now we're trading above that balanced price range, so we should attack these highs for sure then. If you don't fail, you'll never learn. I mean, I would say if you fail and you don't learn, then that's real failure. Is failing and not learning from it. But if you fail and you actually learn from that, then that's a failure. I'm not gonna lie, I definitely struggle with that myself. Is like taking a loss, doing something bad in my life, in my personal life, and then not holding myself accountable and not fixing that. Okay, so notice how balanced price range, I thought we were going to respect that. We didn't respect it. We just traded to a new week opening gap, constant encroachment. I should have this line thicker. Okay, I like that. I've never changed that indicator to that. Alright, volume balance traded into. There's your possible stop on it here. For me to be looking at higher prices, we'd have to trade above this 15-minute CIBI. For me to be looking at this daily volume balance. We have a 15-minute order block here. We have these smooth highs here that I don't think we'll trade into at all. Alright, let's just look at price action here. Turn off the indicators too. 15-minute. We failed to take this high. Tied displacement lower. 2 up close candles. Order block respecting that. We have this order block right here. This all is balanced. All this. Look at all this. Balance, balance, balance. I kind of want to take consequent encroachment of this wick. And this is like, I'm not gonna lie, I don't really know too much what a gray pool is. I honestly didn't really study it that much, if I'm going to be straight up. But a gray pool is just when we have a bunch of wicks. The algorithm will refer to all these wicks, and that's exactly what we have here. My guess is ICT is gonna probably post a trade in or something. He is gonna be live later. Okay. I really like that. And I don't think we're ready. I'm just gonna read this. I like that dashed. I should keep that as dashed. I don't know why I've never done that. You know, I'm gonna take this. I want entry here on this inversion. Let's see if this gets traded too. We have a balanced price range after a stop hunt after trading to a volume imbalance with clear sell side below. With 15-minute order flow. After displacement. Alright, now with that, I think we're less likely to get filled here. I'm not going to force an entry though. I'm going to remove that because we've taken 1, 2, 3 sell side pulls here on the 15-second. I definitely want to note this volume imbalance. I don't like that wick on the 1 minute we just made. I don't like this. I would have got billed. I don't like that wick. If we trade below it, then I would like it. Yeah, I see. I wanted to see us close below it on the 1 minute. Keep in mind what time is it? It's about to be 1:30. Usually at 1:30 there's going to be like a Judah swing for the PM session. Alright, we did close below that. I just don't like this. I just don't like this. Something about it. So I'm just gonna wait. In my opinion, if we formed a balanced price range after taking smooth highs, trading to a volume imbalance, we should have traded lower already. For sure. We should have been already at sell side. How's everyone doing today, though? How we all doing? I am chilling. I turned off chat for a while. Anytime I live stream, but now I have it back on. So now I got chat back, but I might turn it off again in the future, but we'll see. If it gets negative, if it gets toxic, I'll turn it off. But now we're just vibing, we're chilling. I like the vibes here. What's good, Nico? I probably won't read chat that much though. If I'm gonna be honest. Because I'm here to live trade. I'm just here to document my sessions. I'm here to trade. I'm not here to try to be an entertainer. Not at all. Why does it get negative? Because that's just how people are. Someone probably just blew their account. They like to just come on to social media or someone's live stream. And they like to just project their negativity. And it's not like I can't handle it. It's just like I don't want that. What's good, Venom? How you doing, bro? You appreciate it. All right, now notice what we're doing here. We're consolidating. It's also 130. It's also 130. So, in my opinion, that sell side below us looks nice. In my opinion, as we're trading back up to a volume imbalance here, we've taken buy side here. In terms of liquidity, we have buy side that rests up here, but we have an order block here that I kind of like. It's not the best order block. It's not the highest quality order block, but it is an order block. But we have all of these wicks. All of this is balanced. So if we want to go higher, we're probably going to go to this SIBI. But just by a look at this, excuse me, I just want to see it. I personally would like to see us trade lower to this new week opening gap. That's my interest for today, PM session. Because look at ES. ES has already done the damage up here. But if we look at ES as well, anytime we trade into a new week opening gap, that is a very nice draw in liquidity, and I don't want to personally try to short after we just traded to a new week opening gap and we cleared sell side. So ES kind of, in my opinion, does look like we want to trade up into that 15-minute SIBI. It's my only annotation on this chart. So nothing high quality. Yeah. Trading's very personal. I would 100% agree. It's so mental too. It's so mental. So anytime you can guard your mind, do that. That's what I did. That's what I did. Exactly what I did. Because I was live streaming every day, and I was live streaming every day with a chat. And to kind of further that, damn, I was live streaming while I was studying with a chat, and then a bunch of like retail traders, I guess, or people who would just come in there and be like, "Oh, what are you doing? Why are you watching ICT? Why are you listening to ICT?" And like that, I was just like, bro, like, there's why am I doing this? Okay, now we've established a swing low on the 15-minute chart, so I really don't like anything. I really don't like anything right now. Hey, appreciate the sub. Appreciate the sub. We're trading back up in this 15-minute civvy. ES just traded into today's, or sorry, NQ just traded into our first presentation. Fair value gap. Back into that 15-minute order block. We just created a swing low here. So I just don't think probabilities are in the, I don't think the cards are leaning towards sell side objectives, but also we're just within new day opening gaps, new day opening gaps, new day opening gaps. Hey, appreciate it, Venom. I mean, I'm still a student. I've definitely been grinding. I've definitely been grinding. The past like 6 months, I've watched core content. I've watched, and I'm not just saying like watch. I'm saying like watch with like good notes. I've watched 2023 mentorship. I'm re-going over 2023 mentorship. I'm like halfway through kind of, but I'm taking it slow because I've been backtesting every single day while watching the mentorship. All right. That's what we just got here. Wow, ES didn't trade in that Sibby? Really? 5-minute order box. I wasn't paying attention. We saw a sell side here. That is some nice displacement, but I'm gonna try to not look to engage here. I'm gonna not engage here at all. I don't want to. It's the first minutes into that PM session. This, in my opinion, kind of does look like a manipulation move to clear up these sell stops here to then get a run higher. So I'm kind of looking at buy side up here, but there's nothing clear. I think it's just not a day that I really at all. This day is like nothing. But I like, yeah, this Sibby here. I want to see this act as inversion though. This is like classic little manipulation. I've seen this a lot. And we have this wick here. We don't even trade that wick at all. And notice what level as well. New week opening gap. We look at ES. ES has already traded into our new week opening gap. So ES has less likely probabilities for us to trade lower. So we can use that as intel on NQ. So I will be right back though. I'm gonna fill up my water. back. Yeah, for sure. I'm gonna be live for AM sessions. I wasn't because I was watching. I'm watching ICT. I usually watch ICT's live streams in the morning, but I'm gonna be straight up. When I'm watching those, I'm just not as focused. I'm not as locked in, and I don't like that. So I'm gonna try. I'm gonna see how it goes, cause like when I live stream and when I'm live streaming and when I'm like constantly calling out what I like to see in Bryce action, I myself I get a lot more out of that. I trade ICT student stop loss. LOL. What do you mean? What's good, Kiko? You opening up chat today? Yeah, I'm opening up chat. Honestly, I if I'm gonna be straight, I kind of just forgot to turn it off, but I don't know. I'm just gonna keep it on because I guess we'll see. I like it, but I don't, because at the end of the day, like if you guys are watching my stream, like if you're here watching me, you're kind of here to get either one, you're just doing it to try to fade me and fade what I believe. Two, you mess with me, you mess with my vibes or whatever, you mess with my energy. Three, you kind of want to see my analysis, you want to see if that blends with your analysis. Or four, you're just flat out trying to be a troll or negative. So at the end of the day, you're here in my stream, so I just like I want to be chill with everyone, and like I love having conversations with y'all in the chat. I think that's amazing, the fact that I can see people, but there's sometimes I'm just not as locked in, or I'll see someone's comment about like where they want price to go, and then that will like somehow like affect what I want to see. Like that's perfect with like what in ICT's live streams, which honestly I should just submit to his opinions, but I think doing your own analysis is, at the end of the day, is what's going to make you a better trader. You are junior ICT. Yeah, I'm his son. I'm not gonna lie, ICT has been lacking on his on Caleb's YouTube channel. He said that he was gonna upload every single day. There's been like 4 uploads. I don't get what's up with that. No style of that 15-second inversion. I kind of want to have the one. Should I? I think I should. I want to look at dollar, which might be a bad idea. I never really look at dollar. Obviously, it's like kind of cool to have. I can't put that new week opening gap indicator on. That's terrible. Dollar has some bearish market structure, but no clear liquidity pool. We kind of have sell side here. We have these intraday lows here. Hourly charts. I haven't really been following along with the dollar, and this is what I mean. Like, unless if you're long-term position trading, in my opinion, like everyone's has a different opinion, but for me, I really don't think I need the dollar's analysis. Like, yes, it's kind of good to see risk on, risk off. But I think it's just not needed. from my own backtesting. I am gonna pull up. Sorry, but I'm gonna pull up a 1 minute. I don't know. It's that. Maybe if I do this and I zoom in all the way, I think that might be cool. But if I zoom in all the way, I can't change any time frames. Do you ever look at the yields? I don't. I think that helps with, like I said, long term. But just because we have like an SMT on the yields doesn't mean NQ is just gonna reverse from a random array. Like there has to be an array that we're reversing from. You thought it was his son? I personally don't think that there's any trade here that's high probability. I did take 2 trades already though. This trade though, in my opinion, was a little less probable. And I could have inversed it to look to mitigate that to take to these highs. I was just really looking for newbie company got constant encroachment. That got delivered. Okay. Looking at buy side now. Look at that inversion. Notice how we came down and just manipulated, took out sell stops, inversion, and then we traded higher. Also, we had a SIBI on the 1 minute right there. And that first presentation, which is this white box. I don't know why that. Oh, do I just not have it on? I appreciate the sub. Appreciate the sub. Just got ES is still failing to trade into that SIBI. Look at that. What else do we have here though? Can you teach me how to identify bias? I am not a teacher, my brother. I'm not a teacher. I would say 15-minute chart. 15-minute chart liquidity. That's what I look for. Yeah, Kiko, am I backtesting? I think from what I backtested, new day opening gaps and new week opening gaps help me frame. I think those are more likely draws because I like new week opening gaps and new day opening gaps. Like that's a PD array that has resonated with me the most. Ever since I looked at them on my chart, I'm like, whoa, price is really drawing to these levels, and it repeats every single day. It repeats every single day. We're gonna draw to a new week opening gap. We're gonna draw to a new day opening gap, or we're gonna use that as an array. So I've noticed that a lot. Sometimes when we manipulate on news, we're manipulated into an old new day opening gap or new week opening gap. But yeah, I would agree. DXY definitely be used. All right, I'm looking at buy side here. Traded first presentation here. This SIBI is a possible draw on liquidity. If we want to get animated above these above buy side liquidity, note that we do have this volume imbalance here still. That's on the 1 minute too, so that's gonna be influential. And as we see, nothing really crazy here. I don't feel like I missed out on anything because there's more time, but kind of just sitting here and watching this. What do we have here? We delivered to new week opening gap. Kind of just delivered very, very difficult price action like most of today has been. What do? We manipulated. We had a stop on here, and then we just traded higher slowly. This looks exactly like I kind of want to pull up this day. And this is what I've been working on really within my own research is just I've been using Obsidian, and I've just been working on just collecting data. I've been really honing in on that and just really like taking the time out of my day and back testing. This looks a lot like this day in my opinion. Not like the day, but like that little fractal where we just come down, we sweep liquidity, and then we have this. That manipulation, and then this is used as inversion, and we trade up higher into a premium array. Trade up to a new day opening gap right there. Trade into a daily volume imbalance, I believe. And we pull off into a new day opening gap to cap the AM session. 950 macro provides a reversal, and then 1050 macro provides a trade up to that premium array. That is like when I've been backtesting that little profile where 950 provides a reversal, that is beautiful. Trade 5 second. I actually took a trade off the 5 second chart earlier this stream. Have you studied inversion, fair value gaps? Hey, appreciate the sub. Extend it to the left. Like extend fair value gaps to the left. ICT still isn't live. Bro said he's going live at 1:45. What's up with that? Oh, he said he's not going live. I will stay flat today. We'll zoom in the morning. Gotcha. ES traded that Civi finally. If we're looking at ES, I do like this as a low of the day. It's in a new week opening gap. We have cleared up sell side. Now we're trading back into a Cibi into an order block. Overall, man, if looking at ES, absolutely nothing but hindsight here, in my opinion. And that's okay. That is completely okay in my opinion. We have a kind of a breaker here. This could be interesting though. Thanks for the sub. Appreciate that. Muhammad Habil. Man, I love live streaming. I miss it so much. I'm going to be live every single day from now on. Oh, that's why I moved this over. Alright, we're about to deliver to that buy side. There's nothing to miss out on. But after looking at this in hindsight, what do we deliver? We delivered to buy side, or we are about to. We had that manipulation, inversion, trade higher, order block, inversion reclaimed. Also, first presentation, we trade higher, down close candle. That's an order block right there. We have a little volume imbalance right there. Trade into higher. Excuse me. We put a high at that old high though. It's also a Cibi. We have this Cibi here and this new day opening gap, which in my opinion is more likely than us to trade all the way back down to sell side, new week opening gap, and then cost will approach with that wick and opening range gap below. There's still plenty of time left. Still plenty of time. We still have a whole 2 hours left to trade. So to reach up to this volume imbalance here on NQ wouldn't be crazy, would not be unreasonable. But I might take a trade here. It's on demo just to just clarify. What's good? What's good? Long time no see. Yes sir. Yes sir. Long time no see. Hey, how are you? Chilling. Well, I have to watch this open on TradingView. Yeah, I kind of just closed that. I don't know. See, I wish TradingView needs to do this. They like whenever you go full screen, they need to have it to where you can still change time frames up here or like down here. Like you can, but you can't do custom time frame. I don't get it. They need to add that. I don't know why they don't have that. Because like if you could go full screen and be able to change time frames, like that would be so cool. I mean, I know you can, like if you type. I don't know. I'm not that like tech savvy. All right, we have a SIBI above market price on the 15-minute. We're disrespecting this order block that's telling me that we likely want to continue. Whenever I am looking at, me personally, whenever I look at the PM session, I like to look for a 15-minute order block to kind of key off of. Here we don't really have one, but we likely have a 5-minute order block. Or you got traded into. No worries, no worries. There are some times when I I have it open and then I forget about it and I'm like, why do I have this on my chart? Why is this open? And if you do watch my streams or any of my videos, I always have so many annotations on my chart. It's a good thing and a bad thing because I mean there are going to be levels that are influential, but they also can cloud the vision. There we go. Yeah, I still don't think there's any high probability trade. Yeah, this gap right here is the first presentation. The yellow one, this is Thursdays, and then this is last Thursdays, and then this is last Friday's first presentation. I have been backtesting the first presentation as well, so I'm not just going in here saying, oh, this is the first presentation without actually backtesting it. For my backtesting, it's going to be a significant level of fair value that we're going to trade into. And if we're trading around it, we're not going to get these expansion moves. And if you combine that with new day opening gaps, which is what all of these levels are on my chart, so I apologize. Like if you just, my charts aren't the prettiest because I have these levels because they are all influential. These are all new day opening gaps. This blue one's a new week opening gap. This green one's a new week opening gap. You can say whatever you want, but look at how influential these levels are. You have that first presentation. This acts as a bus stop. Then what do? We trade the new week opening gap. And then I'm surprised that we didn't actually put a low here at new day opening gap. I do want to look at ES though. At that 3 a.m. low. Really? So you would trade into a new day opening gap right there. Yeah, that Sibi order block there. I can't believe we're already in December contract. Okay, this could be something. Buy side taken. Nice, nice. And 15-minute immediate rebalancer. We trading a 5-minute order block. Yes, we do have this 15-minute order block, but we've already traded to a new week opening gap and taken sol stops. We still have this Sibi to trade up into. No displacement. No displacement at all. Back in that 1-minute volume imbalance. If I see something, I might take it. If I don't see anything, I'm not gonna take it. Look at that 1-minute order block though. Where are you in your trading journey? Overall, I don't know. I feel like I've been trading for 2 years. It feels that way, but I wasn't serious for everything. Right now, in my part of my trading journey, I'm more in the process of discovering myself. I'm more in the process of discovering my flaws. More in the process of discovering who I am. More in the process of discovering things about myself. That's what I'm currently struggling through. My biggest character flaw that I have as a person, I would say, is like not having the ideal day. Not having the ideal day. Like, I want my days to be like perfect, to where if it doesn't get a little bit, if it gets a little bit imperfect, my energy is just thrown off, and then I spiral down into negativity. That's like my biggest character flaw that I'm working with. So I gotta assess myself, like, where can that happen within my trading? Like, where can it, like, where do I spiral when I trade? I honestly, I'm not just saying this to say this, like, I don't really spiral into negativity whenever I sit down and trade. Mainly because I mainly just been tape reading. Okay, you have a volume imbalance here with displacement. So definitely what I struggle with as a trader is if I don't get the perfect entry, if I don't get the ideal entry, I kind of look and back off and get a little bit discouraged about the price action and don't look to engage it when there's plenty of opportunity. Like, say if I would be looking at the buy model here, like if, for instance, I was looking at this 15-second to act as inversion, and right as soon as that, like, we displaced higher, I kind of stopped really engaging and looking for more opportunity here. But I absolutely do not care at all about missing anything on this PM session. This PM session has just been absolutely, in my opinion, rather nothing to really create a big deal about, in my opinion. Like, we just look at these 15-minute candles. There's no displacement. I mean, in hindsight, it's all in hindsight. All of this is balanced. All of this is balanced. What do we have? We have one inefficiency here. What do we seek? We seek that one inefficiency after trading to a new week opening gap and clearing up some sell stops. I just want to get this level. How important is a sub 1 minute time frame compared to just having the 1 minute? Not important at all. I wouldn't say that. You're going to see a lot more volume imbalances in my opinion, but don't think that you need it. Because there's been plenty of times, not plenty of times, but you definitely can get lost on it. But at the same time, there's so many opportunities. Like, if you know how to use it to your advantage, there's plenty of things that, like, you can see on the 15-second that you can't see on the 1 minute. Like here, this 15-second inversion, this little manipulation, that 15-second inversion, the fact that I can see this and I can't really see this on the 1 minute, that can kind of yield me to see this possible run instead of just looking at this 1 minute chart to where it's just not as clear. It's not a clear inefficiency. We failed to create an inefficiency. Also, this run had no order block within it. I'm looking at this low. I don't like that. Whenever I see a wick like this, it just looks suspect. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the first presentation does work in the PM session. It would be right here. Bam, bam, bam. I like that volume balance right there. We're in a discount though. After we had an immediate rebalance there. Back at the order block, back at first presentation. We're below this volume imbalance. We're above 130 opening price. We've just taken 2 pulls of buy side liquidity. So we're above that 130 opening. We just traded into a 15-minute SIBI. We have this low right here that's been generated. We have a new week opening gap below us. ES is just traded into a new day opening gap. I don't think it's anything to freak out about, but I want to. I think it's more of a day to establish some discipline, so I gotta see something nice for me to look to engage. But overall order flow right here on the 15-second does look like we're indicating that we want to trade to this low. Notice this order block too failing to be reclaimed. We're not failing yet, but isn't as responsive as I would like to see it on that second pass. We have first presentation and a volume imbalance here with a little 15-second gap here. Did he mention it? I don't know if I have it. I didn't get timestamps for this one. He might have said it in this lecture. He talks about the PM session. I'm pretty sure he said something about it though. I was trading going. It's been more tapering for me recently. Taking it slow, slow, slow. What about you, bro? Look at that first presentation get respected though. Look at the bodies on the 1 minute around that. I do want to see a run to this low. I might look to engage. Is that ICT transcripts? Those are my notes. But I use Obsidian. That's what I've been using. If you use Obsidian, it's admittedly, it's very complicated to learn. But I would say if you're gonna use Obsidian, just I looked up like 5 videos and none of them made sense at all. I would just create folders and then kind of go from that, and then use hashtags, and then you're able to group stuff. But it's very complicated. I also have to redo most of my notes, but there's a thing in here to where it's called plugins, to where I have one that's YouTube transcript. So you type in the URL and then you get a transcript. Like this is a example. So you get a transcript, and then I like look up words, and then I put that transcript here, and then that's how I can just go straight to that link of the video. I heard that you were ICT son. Yes, I am. Better than Notion? In my opinion, I think you can organize it a little bit better than Notion, but Notion's definitely a lot prettier. I think you can organize Notion a little bit better, in my opinion. This just looks like we're in a buy program where we're just continuously offering higher prices. Notice that order block right there after first presentation. I don't like higher prices. We've already taken buy side, buy side, buy side. So I think I'm just gonna not look to engage at all here, which is completely okay, in my opinion. Maybe not in your opinion, but unless we get someone with displacement to this low, after ES trades up into this new day opening gap, even that, it just doesn't look crazy. I don't really love, admittedly, trying to trade the PM session. I really like trading the AM session. AM session, that first hour, the first hour and a half, it's so nice. Yeah, Caleb Huddleston. Do you think Caleb Huddleston would use Facecam? I doubt it. There's no way. AM session turtle soups is what I only trade. Let's look at ES. Look at ES, respect that. Or not respect that, but like that, whenever I see that, that's just beautiful. That's new day. That's a new day opening gap, consequent encroachment. Like that, in my opinion, is just what. I love seeing that. You see it happen so much. It's probably not gonna be a high of the day, but. Hey, appreciate the sub. Appreciate the sub. Y'all been going crazy this stream. I hope Kill. I don't think he will. Maybe. Another volume imbalance that I'm marking. I'm including the whole candle here. This was in one of ICT's live stream. He was talking about that. Your views increase when you get chat, probably, because people want to have people to talk to. Hey, appreciate the sub, Alexandra. You know, I think a lot of people just get lonely, so they want people to talk to, and that's cool. But while I'm trading, I don't need people to talk to. I see the charts. I need to be locked in. I want to see displacement here after holding this volume imbalance. We have sell side that I'm really looking for. Yes, just trade up into a new day opening gap, but you can't deny the 15-minute order flow right now. So anytime I'm looking at a PM session, I'm looking at 15-minute order flow. Look at 15-minute order flow. What is? Just trade higher to a civvy. I know. Sorry, there's a lot of stuff on the chart. You just trade higher to a 15-minute civvy, a 15-minute order block right there. Balance price was formed. We're trading below that volume balance. Look at that displacement. Notice where we displaced from though. That 15-second volume imbalance. Bang. After taking buy side, buy side, buy side. Now we're below this 1 minute volume imbalance. I know there's a lot of levels. This white line's a 15-minute order block. It's a bearish order block. Just straight into a 1 minute civvy here. This is a balanced price range. We did generate a big wick here. So admittedly, I wouldn't. It's not that I don't want to take a trade. I just don't like that wick. Especially how we're holding that first presentation as well. Look at ES though. I was talking about that new day opening gap. High right there. Now we have a volume imbalance here on ES. I just don't like this wick at all. You have a volume balance there on the 1 minute on NQ. And that old volume imbalance and that 15-minute order block, and you have now created a balanced price range after taking 1, 2, 3 types of liquidity, and you still have this low intact here, and you have an old first presentation here, and you have this 130 opening price below us, and you have new week opening gap below us. So everything, in my opinion, looks like we want to see lower prices now. I'm willing to sacrifice maybe a later entry than to try to get this right here. I don't like this. I don't like that wick either, so I'm still noting it. There's still, in my opinion, if we do want to seek lower prices, there's probably going to be plenty of range. That's sus low. Not yet, I don't think. Anytime I'm looking for I always say like I'm gonna wait for like a macro. And then sometimes I don't, and then it does deliver during that. See how we took those highs right there? We're still holding that first presentation. I'm willing to wait here. I hate how I always have so many annotations. There's that 15-minute order block that I'm referring to. Is that right there? Look at 15-minute. This balanced price range here should hold. If not, if we trade above that, we want this to be. It's also a new day opening gap. I want to get that. I want to get that 25% of that wick. Look at that 25% of that wick. And we wait. ES is probably gonna trade back. ES is trading back into that new day opening gap again. ES looks like we might take that high. I think final hour we could get a larger range because lunch consolidated, AM session consolidated. Ugh. AM session consolidated. Lunch. We did get a lunch reversal. We're failing to create an inefficiency there. Let's go, Will. How you doing, bro? It's been a minute. What's good, Eddie? We got a reunion in here. I guess so. We did just respect CEO in that 1 minute. I like that the fact that we expanded away from this. We created an imbalance within that first presentation. I want to see these lows get priced too. I would agree too. I think, I mean, hindsight, I wish we created a displacement on the 1 minute, but that was gonna be a 1 minute immediate rebalance, which I want to see that immediate rebalance, and I want to see us deliver there, which I think would have been a low resistance liquidity run, but we came down respecting the CEO of that. Bad price action? I wouldn't say bad, but I would say there's a reason for it to be bad. Because all these arrays. Is ICT Sun? Yes. Yes. Maybe stop was too tight. I didn't include the civvy. I'm playing. I guess it's like I didn't think about that until someone said something about it. Yeah, it's pretty much just a fast run to liquidity. You see what I was saying this earlier. Sometimes I want to wait for a macro, and then I don't wait for it, and then that macro ends up spooling where I want it to go. ICT did say this as well in a stream when he was talking about how whenever we have price action like this, you want to wait for macros, but when there's volatile price action, he doesn't wait for macros. Like in my opinion, and from what I've seen, like that was a no need a bad. It just wasn't the right time for it. The fact that we put a swing high within a balanced price range, we traded lower. We should have had an immediate rebalance with this Sibi. That should have been a trade. That should have been displacement lower, but it's not. I'm going to keep with this demo account. It is a demo, and I'm going to trade this for the next 2 months. That's my goal. Every trade is going to be on the same account. I'm not going to reset it, and I'm going to trade everything live. Like this is from today, minus 160. You got to realize that yes, I did take that. Yes, I did take a loss. But like that's totally acceptable in my opinion, and it really isn't gonna harm me at all. But what is gonna harm is the mindset that you gotta be a perfect person, which no one is. And we'll see if there's any more opportunity this PM session. But in my opinion, I also gotta be in mind like what type of day we've had so far, and also that just because we've been doing this, we're likely gonna have something now or later. Volume balance with the Civi with this up close kit. I don't like how many volume imbalances that we had within here though. Volume balance, volume imbalance, volume imbalance. No 1 minute displacement either. I'm waiting. I'm gonna be right back. I'll be right back. Now we're seeing this is the 15-second low. We have no inefficiency. I think 250 is gonna spool us lower. We're setting it up. We're just distorting time here for 250 macro. So knowing that we're ahead of a 250 macro, you could still use that. Maybe see an entry beforehand, and then 250 will probably spool us towards these lows. We're failing to place higher. We keep on taking buy side, buy side, buy side, buy side. We're above 130 open. We're holding this volume imbalance. Pretty difficult price action though. I didn't finish his most recent one. I had stuff going on yesterday. I started listening to it, but I wasn't able to finish it. Here we have an order block right there. Yeah, I like this. I'm gonna give this a shot. I'll put my stop above the Sibi. I don't like the fact that we didn't create an inefficiency there. That 1 minute order block should hold though. All right. We should. The fact that we failed to create an inefficiency here, like we should have, in my opinion. We keep on holding this first presentation. There's really nothing here. I'm closing the charts for sure. I do kind of want to see. Now, knowing that, we're definitely spooling towards this. So I know I could likely maybe mitigate this loss. I'm looking at that Sibi up here now. Admittedly, though, it's cool. There's always gonna be tomorrow. I'm not gonna press a button again here. I'm fully aware of the risk that I put on the table. Yeah, it's very fickle fractal. 250 macros open. Let's see if we do spool to sell side. I also am looking at this civvy up here that we could trade into. Yeah, I'm gonna head out of here. I appreciate y'all, and I will be live tomorrow morning. I'll be live for an AM session. I'll be live. I'll definitely be streaming at least the AM session, at least till 11:30. Yeah, that was the PM session today. In my opinion, really nothing of crazy. We traded to newbie company gap, and then we just really just nothing. Manipulation, inversion right here, boom, boom. They were trading up to here, we trade up to buy side, then we trade lower, first presentation, we trade higher, buy side, trade lower, first presentation, we trade higher, buy side, then we trade lower with really nothing tradable here, and then boom, we displace, we fail to take this low, and now we're just within this range. Here, we came up to a short-term premium, we traded lower, displacement, and then we're still respecting constant encroachment of this wick here, and now we're back within the middle of this range. So that's the business here. I will be live tomorrow. I appreciate y'all. Just know that, in my opinion, I did press button here, but I'll definitely be okay. It's nothing crazy. I'll be back another day. This is the demo account. I'm going to be trading this for the next 3 months. For the next 2 months. Every trade is going to be live on stream. I'm going to take this live. It's kind of just for my personal assessment and use. I do think that where I do struggle with, be transparent. I'll be transparent with everything. I'm not going to just act like I don't lose. I think I need to be entering off the 1 minute, because I think where I struggle with is entering off the 15-second or lower time frames. Usually those entries are not the ones I want to be a part of. On the 1 minute chart, no displacement at all. No entry really on the 1 minute chart. So I think that's what I might want to work on. But yeah, I'll keep you guys updated with this. And I do like that there's now a little bit of drawdown attached to this, because in trading there's always gonna be drawdown, but I'm not worried about this at all. We'll be back. Hopefully y'all have a good rest of your day, and I'll see you